present. Welcome to LNTV News Live. This is a 30-minute presentation of major news, views, interviews, background reports, and analysis shifting the destiny of Liberia, Africa, and our one world. It's Monday, February 25, 2019. My name is Zokwe Beslokon, anchoring this edition of the program. In the headlines, Center for National Documents and Records Agency unveils 5-year plans for the country, promises to construct 15 local archive centers across Liberia. Former Information Minister Larry Buple challenges Liberian students to cultivate the spirit of togetherness and caution them to desist from illegal acts. A member of the Governing Council, Chief Cyril Allen, calls for constituency development. And in foreign news, over having a camouflage umbrella, a Zimbabwean journalist detained. These stories plus many other developments are all coming up in the program LNTV News Live. But first, we are taking a short break to be back with the faces of the newsmakers. Welcome back to LNTV News Live. The Director General of the Center for National Documents and Records Agency, Detua, has unveiled its 5-year plan, which are, amongst other things, geared towards massively improving the sector. As part of the plans, the CNDRA board said the agency will construct local archive centers across the country, first of its kind. The centers upon completion will have a special presidential library, adults and children libraries, exhibition room, and many others. He said their initiatives are part of several plans to help in the developmental drive of the country. Mr. Detua named modernization of the new and proposed archive center as well as decentralization as key priorities of his administration. He made the disclosure recently when he addressed the media at NICAT regular press briefing.
Administration, in addressing this concern, we hired the services of architectural design group to prepare a blueprint of a multi-purpose National Record Center for the approval by the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Public Works and EPA, to which we have already sent copies to both the Public Works and EPA. This building, when financed by government of Liberia International Partner and construction completed, will accommodate all of our national historical records and other vital records from various ministries, agencies, commission, and public cooperation to be permanently preserved under one roof. CNDR has also developed a 5-year strategic plan. In an effort to transform and modernize national archives of Liberia, we have developed a 5-year strategic plan from 2019 to 2023 aimed at addressing most of the challenges of the national archives, and if we succeed, that will put our national archive on par with other archival institutions in Africa and the rest of the world.
Former Information Minister Lawrence Buple is urging young people to desist from acts that will lead to corruption and violation of the Liberian laws. Speaking at the J.J. Roberts United Methodist Students' Council Government induction ceremony, Dr. Buple challenged the students to cultivate the spirit of togetherness in the interest of the country.
Those of you are brilliant young people, don't settle for less. Don't cheat on your exam. Don't use your position to do the wrong things. In Liberia, we become big shots overnight. When we use our positions to violate the laws, who use our position to step on other people. When we do that, we have settled for less. So I entreat you today that as you move forward, think about the legacy that you want to leave for your nation. If you trust God and believe in the nation. You see, Liberia has the greatest potential. But Liberia will not be fixed by people from extraterrestrial heaven. Liberia will become better when Liberians realize that the concept of all my mother's children, I love myself the best. When my belly is full, I don't care for the other. If we abandon that concept and embrace each other, let us move towards inclusivity rather than exclusivity. Let us build a nation whose foundation stands on the democratic principles.
At the same time, Dr. Buble urged the students to aspire for greater things.
Don't let your friends tell you that you should defile your foundation and do things that are not right. Live up to a new standard, for Liberia is depending upon you. So dear friends, before I sit down, I say to you, dream new dreams and wake up and wonder why those dreams are not a reality. You know, President Salim always say that if your dreams are not big enough to scare you, then you're not dreaming. In Liberia, we always like to settle for less. Hey man, they'll leave it next time. Then the Nigerians come. They say the P90, I will turn it into gold. Then they become rich and they go back to Nigeria. And Nigerians are still saying, hey man, let's leave it.
For his part, in his inauguration speech, President B.N. Maseko vowed to bridge the gap between the students and the administration to ensure a peaceful learning environment.
We are elected as leader to serve the students of this great institution. I therefore say, thanks to you for your confidence that you have bestowed in us to be your leader. Our role as leader is to serve as resume between the administration and the students. Therefore, our administration will ensure the administration that there will be peace and stability on this campus. Student dissatisfaction will be negotiated with the administration with 100 men and in a peaceful form.
A stalwart of the ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, Cyril Allen, has called on national government to do more in constituency development for the betterment of the general masses. He said, though the government has done well in some areas, but it is important for more focus to be placed in the 73 electoral districts across Liberia in the supreme interest of the people.
Coming along, there are difficulties. There will be a lot of hurdles and bridges along the way, but in unity and commitment, dedication to duty, a vow to maintain the and uphold the constitution of the country, look after the interests of our people, and focus on the agenda, the Pro agenda for development, reconstruction. I think we should focus on the agenda. Once we remain focused on the agenda, we'll be able to achieve step by step with the way. The goodwill is there. The support from the masses of our people is there. We have to capitalize on that. We have to use the support base that we have around and about the country, not only in Montserrat County, but in all the counties. You have a lot of support. We went to 73 constituencies during the electoral process, campaigning and informing them that we'll look after their interests and promising them that we'll do our very best to improve their lives. It is our responsibility and incumbent upon us to deliver.
13 months down the road, are you satisfied with the report card?
Well, I'm not very satisfied. I will be more satisfied if we can extend our tentacles beyond the capital city into some of the rural areas, the county and the district. If we concentrate and focus on constituency development and improvement, focus on getting out to at the constituency level. What we won was a constituency election. We have 73 constituencies, and we have to spread our tentacles above and beyond those constituencies. So,
at the same time, the prominent citizen noted a government of national unity with total inclusiveness is key to the realization of fast economic growth and prosperity. He said bringing Liberians on board despite political backgrounds will help make the CDC-led government achieve its desired success.
On a government of national unity, an all-inclusive government. There is not a government for only the coalition and its members. It is a national government where we have to embrace all citizens of our country, extend an olive branch to individuals and bring them in so that they be committed to national development efforts. We cannot say we isolate ourselves and we have all the answers. We must have to bring on board others from experience. There are Liberians who have come back home. Some of them have been in Liberia. There are Liberians who have been trained by ministries and agencies. The government has spent millions of dollars to train security personnel abroad in various areas. We need to bring them into national security. There are agronomists, hydrogeologists, mining engineers, agriculturists who have been trained by government, sent abroad to school. Most of them are languishing in their homes because they are not part of the government of the day, or because people are opposed to them because they did not support us. It is a negative tendency to adopt that posture. Let's bring Nigerians on board of from all walks of life. Challenge them to make their contribution to national development so that we can be successful. If Liberia succeeds, we are all successful. We must stop this idea of this man is an enemy, or that woman is an enemy, or this man was not with us. We are all one now under government of national unity.
Well, if you have just joined us, this is a reminder that you are watching LNTV News Live, a 30-minute presentation of major news, views, interviews, background reports, and analysis shifting the destiny of Liberia, Africa, and our global village. It's Monday, February 25, 2019. My name is Zokwe Beslekon and anchoring this edition of the program. Let's recap our top stories. Center for National Documents and Records Agency unveils 5-year plans for the country, promises to construct 15 local archive centers across Liberia. A member of the Governing Council, Chief Siri Allen, calls for constituency development. Former Information Minister Lawrence Bokler challenges Liberian students to cultivate the spirit of togetherness and caution them to desist from illegal acts, and of the home front over having a camouflage umbrella, a Zimbabwean journalist detained. LNTV News Live takes a short break to be back with more developments. Welcome back to LNTV News Live. Thanks for rejoining us. We continue with the program. Swedish Ambassador to Liberia, Ingrid Wettervist, has pledged the Swedish government's continued commitment to supporting Liberia's TVET sector. Ambassador Wettervist said Sweden will support Liberia in improving the lives of its young people because doing so will mean development for the country. Speaking recently at the 14th graduation of the Business and Domestic Occupational Training Center, BDOTC, Ambassador Wittervist said Sweden is seriously interested in supporting youth potentials, which has the propensity of developing nations.
I heard that the BDOTC was established in 1975 as one of the training arms for the ministry. What I admire most is its inspiration to serve as a training center for disadvantaged young people to obtain employable self-employment skills in front office management, housekeeping, waiter-waitress services, cookery, tailoring, event decoration, baking, hair braiding and weaving, amongst others. This graduation ceremony is a clear demonstration of a scenario where the government provided the opportunities for the enhancement of skills, and you, the students, you demonstrated the willingness and commitment to empower yourselves, as evidenced by the 266 of you that are graduating today. Let me not hesitate to say how proud I am of your accomplishments. You are the light of the new Liberia. People like you can choose to continuously take small steps to improve your skills and to contribute to Liberia. You are the true heroes of your country.
Also speaking, Youth and Sports Minister Zilga Wilson said government will not relent in ensuring that the young people are well prepared to own and lead the economy of Liberia. Minister Wilson said because of the importance government attaches to technical and vocational training education, the government will in the next few years revitalize and modernize the TVET sector.
This government attaches great importance to vocational education and training. That is why in the next few years, we will see a revitalized and modernized TVET sector, especially with the EU 20 million euro grant, as well as a 6.5 million euro grant from the Swedish government. As we seek to create value for our students and society, we remain aligned. We will align the training that we provide our young people with the changing needs of the market. All our TVET institutions will be fully operational with state-of-the-art curricula, equipment, and well-trained faculty staff.
The Spiritual Life International Church General Overseer Francis Fala has termed women as the bedrock for the growth and peace of the church. The church is currently hosting its annual conference on women with the theme Love. Speaking to LNTV News, Reverend Fala said love is the foundation of the church.
Women gather together to be teach and to be taught English correct, and carry the work of God forward. The theme about how Naomi and Ruth about love. So we're teaching our women how to take care of our husband, the gospel, and our country. How we can sort of question ourselves. What this happened, that happened. Is to look to the Lord. And this is why we brought them together to teach them, carry the word of God forward. Whenever they go back, they can go and experience to their village church in their villages like Guinea, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, and Norfolk County.
Okay, so why you basically chose women for this conference?
Well, this is a women conference every year in our ministry. Every year, February, women, all our churches and village churches gather together, have to come together to have one team. The team this year is love.
For her part, Reverend Victoria Poka stressed the need for love to be extended to the nation to ensure peace and stability.
Government is all about teaching. We need to teach our people the word of God, to know the word of God. Our nation today is destroyed because the word of God has not been ceasing in our country. So we need to teach our people the word of God and they will live. When our people know the word of God and they live by the word of God, our nation will be changed.
Okay, the theme for your conference is love. You know, the Reverend said love is all about what the Bible talks about, because God first loved us and He sent His Son to die for us. But how important is love among the people in the church, especially women, you being a woman too?
Well, for our ministry, I don't know about other people, I know my ministry. This ministry, we all center about love. And we really love one another, and our ministry is growing. When it comes,
let's bring you more developments. President George Manuel, at the head of a high-power government delegation, is currently in Israel at the invitation of that country. While in Israel, the Liberian leader is holding discussions with President Reuven Rivlin and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Their discussions will focus on the creation of investment opportunities in agriculture, health, security, and the energy sectors by Israeli financiers. According to an executive mansion release, those with the president are the ministers of foreign affairs, defense, agriculture, mines and energy, health, finance, and information. Others are NRC boss Moluwule Gray and Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Korji. The Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Nathaniel McGill, chairs the cabinet in consultation with the Vice President and via telephone conversation with the President while he is away. Meanwhile, President George Weah has made more appointments in government affecting the ministries of Foreign Affairs and Gender, Children and Social Protection. At the Foreign Ministry, Andrew Cronia has been appointed as Ambassador Plenipotentiary to Italy. At the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, Hassan Kane was appointed Deputy Minister for Research, Policy and Planning, while Roosevelt Claflin goes as Assistant Minister for Research, Policy and Planning. Meanwhile, these appointments are subject to confirmation by the Liberian Senate were applicable. The United Nations, the African Union Liaison Office in Liberia, and the Special Representative of ECOWAS in Liberia have condemned all media messages that have threatened the peace and stability of Liberia. They noted with grave concern the use of insightful messages in the media, including social media, that has intensified in recent weeks. In a strong worded statement issued in Monrovia recently, the UN, AU, the ECOWAS reminded Liberians of the great strides made in peace-building efforts in Liberia. They warned that they will closely follow the media as well as the political climate to ensure that peace reigns in the country. Let's now bring you our foreign development. A Zimbabwean journalist has been detained over having a camouflage umbrella. Edmond Kuzai's lawyer told the BBC he was driving a car when he was stopped by soldiers who wanted to search his car. Obi Shaza said that his client believes the soldiers wanted a bribe, and when Mr. Kuzai refused to pay a $100 fine for having the umbrella, he was arrested. Mr. Shaza said Zimbabwean criminal law prohibits the unlawful possession of any camouflage uniform. The charge sheet says Mr. Kuzai was found in possession on a camouflage umbrella with a pouch. He is being held at a police station in the capital Harare and is said to appear in court soon. Let's now recap our top stories. President George Manuel Weah, at the head of a delegation, is currently in Israel on a 4-day visit, made additional appointments in government. Center for National Documents and Records Agency unveils 5-year plans for the country, promises to construct 15 local archive centers across Liberia. Former Information Minister Lawrence Bople challenges Liberian students to cultivate the spirit of togetherness and caution them to desist from illegal acts. And in foreign news, over having a camouflage umbrella, Zimbabwean journalist detained. Well, this is how we come to the end of the program, LNTV News Live. Many thanks to you all for your viewing role. Many thanks to all of our reporters, correspondents, technicians, switchers, and editors for making this package a success. LNTV News Live is a production of the television department of the Liberia Broadcasting System. This program comes on every Monday to Friday, with the early edition at 10 to 10:30 in the morning and the late edition at 8 to 8:30 in the evening. On behalf of the entire television staff, my name is Zokoi Beslokonen. I've been anchoring this edition. Have a pleasant day. Bye-bye for now.
Begin at tunesliberia.com.
National Toiletries Incorporated, Liberia-owned and reliable toiletries company, specialized in advanced quality toiletries assorted products such as Kumba tissue, Kumba baby pampers, Kumba napkins, Kumba paper towel,